Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. First place a medium-sized saucepan on the stove and pour in enough water. Drop in 3 medium potatoes and 1 large carrot. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, which will season the vegetables as they cook, and bring it to a gentle boil. We'll let these cook for about 20 to 30 minutes until the vegetables are tender. While the potatoes and carrot are cooking, take 2 chicken breasts and cut them into small, bite-sized pieces. Friends, please write in the comments what country and city are you from. It's very nice to know that we can communicate all over the world. Place the chicken into a large mixing bowl. Now, crack 2 eggs right into the bowl with the chicken, which will help bind our ingredients together. Next, take a small bunch of green onions and chop them finely. The green onions will add a gentle flavor that isn't overpowering. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Add them to the chicken. Now take a small bunch of parsley. Chop it finely. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. And add it in as well. Fresh herbs like parsley give a lovely freshness to the cutlets. For some extra flavor, grate 3 cloves of garlic on a mini grater. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Add that to the bowl. Then grate 7 ounces or 200 grams of cheese on a large grater. The cheese will add a savory richness to our cutlets and a hint of gooiness as it melts. Let's season the mixture with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. These spices add warmth and a subtle kick to the flavor. Add 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise and 1 tablespoon of sour cream. Finally, sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of flour to help bind everything together. Mix everything thoroughly until all the ingredients are well combined and the chicken pieces are evenly coated. Now, place a frying pan on medium heat and add a drizzle of olive oil. Then add half a stick of butter, which is about 60 grams. The butter will give our cutlets a beautiful golden color and a rich, comforting flavor. Once the butter has melted, take a spoon and scoop small portions of the chicken mixture into the pan. Flatten them slightly with the back of the spoon to form patties. Fry each cutlet for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they're golden brown and cooked through. The smell of the melting cheese and the spices is just wonderful. Now our potatoes and carrot should be cooked. Check them to make sure they're tender. Then remove them from the saucepan and set them aside to cool slightly. While they're cooling, place a small saucepan on the stove and pour in some water. Carefully add 4 eggs to the water and bring it to a gentle boil. We'll cook these for about 7 to 8 minutes. Once the potatoes have cooled down a bit, peel them and cut them into small cubes. Then, add them to a large salad bowl. Cut the carrot into cubes as well. Add it to the bowl. Now, take one red onion and cut it into small cubes. Add it to the bowl for a bit of color and crunch. Next, grate 2 cloves of garlic with the mini grater. And add that in as well for some mild, flavorful warmth. For a hint of tartness, cut 4 to 6 medium pickled cucumbers into small pieces. Add them to the mix. The cucumbers give a wonderful bite and a touch of acidity to balance the dish. Now, our eggs should be ready. Take them out of the boiling water and let them cool slightly. Peel them. Then separate the whites from the yolks. Cut the whites into small cubes. them to the salad bowl. Take another small bunch of parsley and chop it finely. Add it to the bowl with the rest of the salad ingredients. Set the yolks aside in a small bowl, as we'll use them to make a creamy dressing. We'll mash the egg yolks with a fork until they're smooth. Add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of mustard for a bit of tang, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of wine vinegar for a slight acidity that balances all the flavors. Mix everything together until smooth and creamy. Pour the dressing over the salad and gently mix everything until the vegetables and egg whites are well coated. The dressing gives the salad a classic creamy flavor that goes perfectly with the chicken cutlets. Now it's time to serve. Place a generous scoop of our vibrant salad on a plate and add a couple of the golden tender chicken cutlets on the side. Take a moment to admire this beautiful meal. It's colorful, nourishing, and full of flavor. Now let's have a taste. The creamy, tangy salad pairs so nicely with the warm, cheesy chicken cutlets. I hope this meal brings comfort and joy to your family, just as it does to mine. But that's not all. I have a second, equally delicious recipe for you. First, in a large bowl, break 4 eggs. Then add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Give everything a good whisk until the eggs are well combined. Next, finely chop a small bunch of green onions. Add them to the eggs. Now grate 5 ounces, or about 150 grams of cheese. Any good melting cheese will work. Add that to the eggs as well. Now grate 1 carrot. Add it to the mixture. And finally, grate 4 potatoes. Squeeze out the excess water from the potatoes. This helps the roll stay nice and firm. Add the grated potatoes to the bowl with the eggs and cheese. Once everything is in the bowl, mix it thoroughly with a spoon or spatula, making sure all the ingredients are evenly combined. Now take a baking sheet and line it with parchment paper. Lightly grease the parchment with olive oil to keep everything from sticking. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Spread the egg, vegetable, and cheese mixture evenly onto the parchment, making sure it's nice and smooth. Place the baking sheet into an oven preheated to 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius and bake for about 15 minutes. For the vegetables, we'll start with a zucchini. First, cut it into circles. Then into strips. And finally into small cubes. Place the zucchini in a large bowl. And sprinkle 1 teaspoon of salt over it. Let it sit for about 10 minutes. This will help draw out any excess water. While the zucchini rests, heat some olive oil in a frying pan. Finely chop 1 onion. and add it to the pan. Let it fry until it softens and turns golden. Next, grate 2 cloves of garlic using a mini grater. Add them to the onion. Stir them in and enjoy that wonderful aroma. Now, finely chop 1 bell pepper. Add it to the pan. Let it fry with the onion for a couple of minutes. Then, finely chop 1 tomato. Add it to the pan too. By now, the zucchini will have released some water. Squeeze out the excess liquid and add the zucchini to the pan with the other vegetables. Season everything with 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Stir well and let the vegetables cook together for about 5 to 10 minutes until they're tender and flavorful. Once they're done, remove the pan from the heat and set it aside. Now, let's prepare the chicken filling. Take 2 chicken fillets and cut them into cubes. Place them in a bowl that's suitable for a blender. Add 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Blend everything together until you get a smooth, well-combined mixture. After blending, give it a final stir with a spoon or spatula to make sure all the ingredients are fully incorporated. Now let's get ready to assemble the roll. By now, the egg, vegetable, and cheese mixture in the oven should be ready. Spread the blended chicken evenly over the baked egg base. Then add the fried vegetables on top, spreading them out so they cover the entire surface. Now comes the fun part, rolling. Carefully, using the parchment paper to help you. Roll the egg and chicken mixture into a neat, tight roll. Take your time, and don't worry if a little filling spills out. It'll still be delicious. Once you've rolled it up, take a sheet of parchment paper and wet it slightly with water. Cover the roll with the wet parchment, and this will help keep it moist while it bakes. Place the roll back into the oven and bake for another 20 minutes at the same temperature, 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. While the roll finishes baking, let's prepare our final topping. Grate 3 ounces, or about 90 grams, of cheese. After 20 minutes, remove the roll from the oven. Sprinkle the grated cheese generously over the top. Pop it back into the oven for another 7 minutes, just until the cheese melts and turns beautifully golden. And now our chicken and vegetable roll is ready. Take it out of the oven and let it cool for a few minutes before slicing. When you slice into it, you'll see all the lovely layers, the eggs, the juicy chicken, and those perfectly cooked vegetables. For a fresh touch, add some cherry tomatoes and sliced mini cucumber on the side. This roll is so satisfying and healthy, packed with protein and vegetables. It's perfect for any family meal. Now take a bite and enjoy the soft, cheesy egg base, the tender chicken, and the flavorful vegetables all rolled together. This is a dish I know your family will love just as much as mine does. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more delicious recipes. See you next time, and happy cooking.